What's good, yo? What's good? Your boy Mike Sears, Speak Your Clout podcast. And I'm here to do a video that I've been wanting to do because months ago I did this certain topic, one video, and I'm talking about my favorite attires worn by my favorite wrestlers of all time. The first one I did was Shawn Michaels. Highly enjoyed that. It's my favorite wrestler of all time. So the second one I'm doing is on my second favorite wrestler of all time. And it's a wrestler that barely wore the same thing twice. I'm talking about the legendary Ultimate Warrior. Now, you say the name Ultimate Warrior in 2023, and oof, you get mostly hate. Hate. Complete fucking hate. Before I get into the countdown of the attires, I just want to get some shit off my chest. All right. This man, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, is my second favorite wrestler of all time. There's no denying that. In 1990, 91, I was real young, 6, 7 years old. And he was my favorite wrestler of all time. At that point, I don't say of all time because I was fucking young, but he was my favorite wrestler at that time. I meant to say. Absolutely. There's pictures of me rocking Ultimate Warrior hat. And I still got those pictures. Like, the guy was amazing. You know, one of my all-time favorites. There's no denying that. Number 2. Okay? And back in, I don't know, 2005, maybe a little later, I know it was definitely in that era. He was like being a speaker, and he said some things online in his fucking blog that a lot of people didn't like. And I didn't learn to that till later on. I didn't have the fucking internet back then. But he was very homophobic and said some racist comments, towards Hurricane. It had to be '05 because that was Hurricane Katrina, I think, about the looters. He's like, I think he called us monkeys or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And me being a black man, that's not cool, right? Obviously, I don't like that shit. But I'm a big believer of separating the man, the real life man, from the actual performer. And no matter what it is, music, wrestling, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? For instance, R. Kelly is a fucking scumbag. We know that. Piece of shit. But guess what? I love his music. I listen to the album still. You know what I'm saying? What else? Chris Benoit. Oh my god. Chris Benoit, in my personal opinion, did a lot worse than Ultimate Warrior did. Ultimate Warrior sees some real scumbag shit, without a shadow of a doubt. But I think he changed. And his wife, Dana, shout out to Dana. Dana kind of kicked him in the ass to fucking delete that shit and be a changed man. So, even if, he wasn't changed and all that, people like to crucify for everything. Or he never changed. He was a piece of shit, like the man, right? But the Benoit thing, people will look over him murdering his fucking child and his wife and still praise him. But Warrior, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Murder's, you know, less important than some fucked up comments. But either way, I still love Benoit. I still watch his shit. What he did was fucking unforgivable. And it's fucking bad. Obviously, right? But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what people think about Ultimate Warrior, man. Like, he's a shitty wrestler, Is he fucking Bret the Hitman Hart or Kurt Angle or, before I mentioned, Chris Benoit in the ring, Shawn Michaels in the ring? Fuck no. Okay? But I don't want him to be like that. I like the way he is. You know? Straight up. Like, you expect a man that size and of that type of gimmick to work like a fucking Davey Boy Smith? I don't know. I don't really get it. Or like work like a Kenny Omega. I don't get these motherfuckers, man. For real. Like, I'm a Warrior fan. Sorry he didn't wear kick pads and do 1,000 forearms like a minute and wait for some other guy to give him a forearm. And I don't know. It's these marks. Like, I didn't get no Warrior hate until the internet. That's when I seen all the Ultimate Warrior hate. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much think it's pathetic. His promos were dope. You know what I mean? Couldn't understand what he's saying. He's basically doing some like comic book slash Conan the Barbarian type talk. And if you really listen, if you understand, you get what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? But no, he's just a piece of shit. He's a terrible worker, a shitty promo guy. Absolutely pathetic. My personal opinion. But hey, I'm a Warrior guy. Straight the fuck up. Big Ultimate Warrior fan. Like I said at the top of the show, do I condone what he said back in that time frame? Fuck no. Bullshit, you know, but am I a fan of the character? And not the man Jim Hellwig? Yes. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, shit. You Chris Benoit supporters should take a look in the mirror and then know that what Warrior said was not even half as bad as what Benoit did. And I'm the type of nigga that still watches Benoit, so you know, be that as it may, take that as you want to take it, you know. But anyway, 6 minutes of fucking ranting. My bad, yo. This guy just had some of the most amazing attires ever. Absolutely ever. It's like it was hard for me to even come up with a list, like, but I did it, and I think I did it some justice. You know what I'm saying? These, if I go back on it, I couldn't do it over because I truly believe these are my favorite Ultimate Warrior attires of all time. Now, coming in number 5, I couldn't leave this off here. It just means so much to me. Uh, you know, this era is not his greatest era ever at all. Quite possibly, it's his fucking shittiest run. You know what I'm saying? In WWF, that is, because I think that '98 WCW run makes this run over here fucking look like his 90-91 era, because that WCW run was just atrocious. But I'm gonna go with Arrowhead Pond, Anaheim, California, 1996, WrestleMania 12. His return hasn't been in the company since, was it November, October of '92. You know, he got fired. Vince said it was steroids. You know, that whole scandal was about to come and hit that nigga. So I think Ultimate Warrior and British Bulldog was used as scapegoats in that era when they both got fired. But I can't get over this shit. This is incredible attire. You got the duster, and the back of the coat had his like comic book image on it from when he did his comic books. The blue and orange look, the red boots, just incredible. The blonde hair, his hair was blonde now. Uh, I love that look. Now, back in '96, what did he have? Shit. Not counting house show matches, because he probably had some of those. But televised, he took on Hunter at Mania 12. Then he had a feud with Goldust. And at the In Your House pay-per-view, it never even happened. They had a little fucking smodge. Smoz, I should say. And then fucking Jerry the King Lawler at King of the Ring 96. Shit. Isaac Yankem on Raw. Fucking. He had a match with Goldust on Raw, though. It was a good match. You know, not the fucking In Your House. That was even a match. Some shit here and there, not many. This guy had, and it was shitty. All the matches stunk. But I cannot leave this attire off. I can't. It's incredible. You know what I'm saying? I love it so much. And that's one of my favorite WrestleManias of all time. Because my GOAT, my favorite wrestler of all time, won the strap. He won the World Heavyweight title with the Wing Eagle joint. Shawn Michaels. The Hollywood backlot ball with Roddy Piper and Goldust. That backlot brawl was incredible, man. Diesel and Taker. I love WrestleMania 12. It's a real childhood favorite. And to have Warrior come back, it's one of my favorites of all time, especially at that time. Before that, you know what I'm saying? It was still one of my favorites, even though it wasn't even working. So yeah, when see him come back, absolutely loved it. So at the 5 spot, I got WrestleMania 12. I cannot leave that off. I can't leave it off, man. So yeah, WrestleMania 12 at the 5 spot. Number 4. Number 4th favorite attire. It's one of my favorite matches that Warrior ever did. Oh man, it's so fucking good. This match is incredible. I'm going to 1989. Just a unbelievable fucking match for me for Warrior. Is it a fucking like a 5-star Meltzer type deal? No, but to me, it's an amazing match from the fucking what about to one of the biggest guys in the company at this time for the Intercontinental Championship, SummerSlam, 1989. I gotta go with that attire. That shit was something else, man. Dope as fuck. The whole like lime green look, the pink. I just love that attire. I think it was like red boots, I believe, and he took on Ravishing Rick Rude for the Intercontinental title. This is amazing. Funny thing about this match, well, the show actually was when Mean Gene Okerlund was interviewing uh, Ravishing Rick Rude and Bobby Heenan, the SummerSlam sign fell, and Mean Gene said, "Fuck it." Oh, it was hilarious, man. I love that blue. But it's right up there with Booker T saying, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. You know, right up there with that to me. I love that shit. But yeah, I just love that attire. That whole color scheme was just amazing. He would wear this kind of attire almost similar when he faced Andre the Giant at a lot of house shows. But I love that late 80s Warrior look. I'll be honest. My favorite Warrior is definitely 90, 91. But that, like, when he had, like, the long brown hair, like, straight brown hair with the bangs, he looks so fucking cool. You know, I love that late 80s Warrior, like SummerSlam 88 Warrior. You know the Warrior I'm talking about. Intercontinental title era Warrior, basically. You know what I'm saying? And this match was dope. Did Rick Rude carry him? Yes, but who gives a fuck? Incredible attire. Love that SummerSlam 1989 attire. Fucking dope. Uh, love it, man. Love it. Next. Shit, man. This is one of my all-time favorites. I just watched this match this morning as well, man, just to get me hyped for the show. Uh, this shit is dope, man, and I love how they replicated this in a piece of their merchandise. Um, it was amazing how they did it. And from one of the big four pay-per-views, 1989, again, going back to 1989. Uh, I love this attire right here. Survivor Series, 1989. This attire is amazing. It's one of the best ones he ever wore, in my opinion. Get the image up for you right here. Bong. Love that shit. So fucking dope. The white with the little warrior symbols on his tights and knee pads. Just amazing. I love that shit. It was Ultimate Warrior and the Rockers and Jim the Anvil Neidhart against Arn Anderson, Andre the Giant, which fucking hell, he couldn't even wrestle. So they had him to get knocked out in the earlier goings. But Bobby the Brain Heenan, who the fuck? Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect. That's who it was. But Andre got knocked out. So he didn't really wrestle in the match. And Haku as well was in the match. So it was Anvil, the Rockers, and Warrior. The Heenan against the Heenan family. Tully Blanchard supposed to be in the match, but he got fired. He failed a drug test. And after this, I think Arn left. Arn wasn't here shortly after Survivor Series 89. And this attire is amazing. I love it. I have a strong attachment to it because they basically based this off shit. My second favorite Ultimate Warrior Hasbro figure, man. That Series 2 Ultimate Warrior. Pull it up for y'all right now. Like, this shit is dope as fuck. Yeah, that Survivor Series 89 was based off the Hasbro 2 Warrior, but they based it off that right here. And as a big childhood figure of mine, right there, there you go. See? It's the same shit. Incredible. I got to get this Warrior back in my collection, but most of the time you get it secondhand used. On the fucking package is hundreds of dollars. It's fucking stupid. But if he's like loose, his nose is always fucking brown. I haven't found no cleared faced Ultimate Warrior figures yet. But yeah, that's a Virus 89, man. Gotta go with that one at my fourth spot. Well, third spot, I should say. Love that Survivor Series 89. Dope as fuck. So we down to the top two. And I couldn't leave these off here. There's no way in fucking hell I was leaving these off here. No way. uh, Big match for me. If I had to think about it, it's my favorite Ultimate Warrior match of all time. Just the fucking atmosphere of it, the storytelling of it. It was fucking perfection. Both these guys told an amazing story. Both these guys are my top 5 wrestlers of all time. We're going to 1991. And we go into WrestleMania 7, y'all. Against the Macho King, Randy Savage. Los Angeles, California, I believe it was at. Absolutely love this attire. It's so fucking dope, man. He's got the pink boots, the duster. His duster was dope as fuck. The back of it is incredible. He has himself on the tights, and he has Macho King on the tights. He has himself on his knee pad, Macho King on his other knee pad. On the back of the tights, it has the Winged Eagle Championship, right? And it says, "This means so much more than this." Fucking fire, bro. Like, I love that attire, man. So fucking good. So dope. They made some action figures of this. Shout out to Mattel for doing that. And just an incredible match. Warrior talking to his hands and looking for the gods above and all that shit, man. Fucking dope, man. That match is a masterpiece. And regardless if Randy Savage carried Warrior or not, the man put on a show, bro. Absolutely did. And I absolutely love that match. It's so fucking good. I can watch that over and over again. You know, Warrior wrestled so hard. Fucking face paint came off completely. Incredible. The whole storytelling with Macho turning babyface after fucking Sherry got mad and kicked him around, and out comes Miss Elizabeth, the return of Elizabeth during that match. And oh my god, what it's a story, man. Incredible. And that's my fucking second favorite Ultimate Warrior attire. I love that shit so much. So fucking dope, man. So, number 2, WrestleMania 7. Love that. Number 1 spot, it's gotta be, bro. It's a childhood staple. When I think of Ultimate Warrior, the first about his attire too, right? The first thing that comes to my mind is this. Because it was a big moment. I watched it so fucking much as a child. My uncle taped it. Not my Uncle Martin, my Uncle Bobby taped it and gave us the tape. And we watched it fucking like clockwork. Just incredible. Again, one of my favorite matches of all time. You could say this guy carried him, you know how people are. True, but who gives a fuck? I'm talking about WrestleMania 6. Toronto, 1990. Come on, man. Just incredible. Champion versus champion. You know, Intercontinental champion, Ultimate Warrior versus the World Heavyweight champion, Hulk Hogan. Two of my favorites of all time. Uh, just a dope ass match. It was dope. Told a story as well. Just a great match. Wasn't some like fucking, you know, Will Ospreay against Omega shit at Wrestle Kingdom. You know, no. But I gotta jab the fucking new marks because they make me sick. You know, they put down some classic fucking wrestlers because they don't work. Listen, I wasn't giving a fuck about work rate when I was 6 years old, 7 years old. Okay, I didn't give a fuck, and I still don't give a fuck now when it comes to guys that were like this back in the day. You enjoy the match for what the fuck it is. Shut the fuck up. Incredible. You know this match is. And Warrior with the orange and the green boots and the face paint. Incredible, man. Just enjoy this match to this day. WrestleMania 6 is iconic for me. And number 1 with a bullet. This is when My favorite Ultimate Warrior attire. When I think about Warrior, I think about this attire. It's plain and simple. Plain and fucking simple. I just think about Warrior when I think about this particular attire, and yeah, man, number one with a bullet, WrestleMania 6. It just has to be. They did dope action figures of him like this. Warrior wasn't in wrestling games for so long, and when he finally became in a part of WrestleMania, WWE 2K14, I was so fucking happy. And 2K14 is one of the greatest wrestling games of all time. And they continue to have Warrior in games to this day, but guess what? They don't update him. He has that fucking Royal Rumble 1991 attire. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of that attire. Is it trash? No, not by any means. But it's not one of my favorites. So and they did him like he had his own showcase in 2K15, which the game was trash. That was only saving grace of the fucking game. But they could easily put him in one of those attires. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having the same old shit every damn year. And I bet you, we're a little over a month away from 2K23. Watch you have that in there. Just watch. Fucking pathetic. But yeah. Honorable mentions. I did honorable mentions in the Shawn Michaels episode. I'll do honorable mentions here. Couple. So, if I was going to put WrestleMania 12, my second closest one at the fifth spot was going to be SummerSlam 92. When he took on Randy Macho Man Savage. He had like this flesh singlet that showed his rib cage and had the Warrior symbol on the right corner. Dope looking boots. Yeah, it was fire. I love his 92 era. People don't really talk about that one. So that would have been a definitely mention. Simple and plain, but his Royal Rumble 1990 attire. Love that attire. Lime green trunks, I think. Or maybe yellow trunks. Somewhere along those lines. And him and Hogan, they had a showdown for the first time. That would have been there. And for a third honorable mention, I would have to go with, to me, is one of his most underrated attires, even though it's a fucking terrible fucking match. Halloween Havoc 98. I love that attire, bro. Dope as hell. The match sucks fucking dick. The run sucks dick. Horrendous, but that would be an honorable mention. I love that attire. When I was a kid, I thought that was dope, but terrible fucking match. So I'll be doing this again. I want to do Undertaker and Razor Ramon, shit like that. I think it's fun. Now I know this. No matter what the fucking topic, wrestling videos on this channel gets no fucking love of any kind. None. Maybe get 70 views if I'm lucky. But yeah, there's two things that don't get no views on here, really. That's rock and metal shit and wrestling. And I'm a hip hop head to the day I die, nigga. But I just don't listen to hip hop, and that ain't my only interest. So leave it or love it, motherfucker. With that being said, it's your boy Mike Sears. I'm signing off. Shout out to all my wrestling heads. Peace out. Have a good one.